Happy New Year, everybody! It's a brand new year for our little podcast. First and foremost, let's say thank you to Midnight Syndicate for the use of their music. You can find them at midnightsyndicate.com. And for the mood-setting ambiance Foley work, I'd like to thank Sword Coast Soundscapes. You can find them at youtube.com/Sword Coast Soundscapes. So we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. Again, Happy New Year, you guys. Bye.
So, it's the week after Christmas. I have a nativity scene set up. I'm really excited because I bought this nativity scene earlier in the year.
Did you get it on sale?
No, but
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
but it's just so pretty.
It is a pretty...
I got
it
a
is very
good
pretty.
deal on it. It wasn't overly expensive.
There are a lot of bad nativities, so it's
Yeah.
good. This is a good
What's a bad nativity?
one. One that's poorly painted.
yeah,
Icky faces.
They got creepy eyes that just
Yeah, the iris, the pupil is like outside of the eyelid.
or they're crossed.
That was mine growing up. It was just a terrible... Balthazar was just jet black.
Oh no.
Oh, no. He didn't have any robes. They were all...
Well, I mean, he had his clothes, but, it was just black.
Probably there was supposed to be another color mixed in there, and it
I
just
don't know.
didn't get mixed in the dye.
Point is, the nativity scene I got is fabulous. Obviously, I set it up before Christmas, and that means the three wise men haven't arrived yet. So they're all on a bookshelf, and you guys here in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, listeners, you can't see it, but I've got it set up on a bookshelf, and so the wise men are hanging out near our Bibles. And over the next couple of weeks, as we're heading to Epiphany, I'm going to slowly move them inch by inch towards baby Jesus. Yay! But when I first set this up, and it's still killing me all these weeks later, I have an incense, like an incense burner that has a dragon on it, and I put it in front of the three wise men. So the three wise men can't get to baby Jesus yet because there's a dragon in the way.
All right, three wise men, I need you to roll for initiative.
Is this where they get the gold from?
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I don't even think that the dragon's trying to stop them. Like, I don't think they're gonna have to fight the dragon. I think the dragon's just like, no, wait for it. Okay, now you can go.
So it's like the...
More like a doorman.
Okay, yeah. I was going to think the troll and Billy Goat's gruff, but the troll wanted to eat the Billy Goats. So
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
not that.
I think it's a nice dragon. It's a... Well, what are green dragons in Pathfinder?
Evil.
Oh,
They are
okay.
evil.
Well,
They're
darn.
chromatic.
Well, this one's got gold too. So,
Well, gold are good.
yeah. So it's a neutral dragon. It's a good dragon. It's a godly dragon.
I think it's a bad dragon that has his nice days because he's mostly green.
No,
Well-
he's my dragon, and he's a good dragon.
He's probably getting paid well for this gig.
I think you're just, if you ever have children, you're just going to have to tell them the story of how the three wise men came to Bethlehem on dragons.
Not camels.
There was a
dragons.
gold dragon. There was a frankincense colored dragon. There was a
And then a mer dragon.
mer dragon. Yeah.
Oh, is that like a fin? He has a fin instead of feet.
Yeah.
And
Oh
all
my
three,
goodness.
all three dragons were given to baby Jesus,
Yes.
who was immune to fire.
Was yes. And he took no ice damage or any
no,
kind of
no acid
no
damage,
energy. No energy.
And
Wait, hold on.
and when the second coming comes, there's going to be three dragons there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a good story.
See,
I was going to ask if
It
he
could
was
work.
an Asimar
Oh man.
because he's definitely celestial blooded.
Oh,
it won't-
deep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's the original.
That's too much for this podcast.
I'm enjoying this, but I'm also a little afraid we'll be struck by lightning. So
I'm cutting
we'll
this out.
see.
No.
I have evasion. I'm good.
Dodge.
Gary, you do not have evasion.
What's the opposite of
I
evasion?
actually, while I injure myself a lot, I have really good reflexes when things are flying at me.
Electricity
Uh,
included?
What
Or
about when
Softballs are flying at your throat.
That
yeah.
took a bad hop and hit me.
Yeah,
was actually-
right.
Electricity, electricity, electricity.
I've only been hit by lightning once.
Yeah.
It was lightning adjacent.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
See, I made the reflex save.
Took half
Took
damage.
half damage.
Oh,
God, Gary.
jeez, Gary.
Who was
Which means you don't have evasion.
there was a
I've taken that feat
That's
since
true.
then.
there's a golfer.
I've leveled up.
Lee Trevino was hit multiple times by lightning, and he is so lightning shy that starts to cloud up when he's playing golf. It's like he's back in the clubhouse. He's not letting it hit him
Later.
fifth time. So I think it was 4 times.
I can't even imagine what that must feel like. So if somebody who has had it happen gets nervous, it's like, that's probably not a good thing then. It's probably not pleasant.
No.
Well, did he I wonder if he, dug something up from an ancient burial ground.
And was wearing it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not according to any of the news reports I've ever read.
He had that Pazuzu statue.
Yeah.
Yes, is that the one? What was the one in Brady Bunch?
Oh, I know
Yeah,
what you're
that's what I
talking
was
about. Tiki
thinking.
God.
Where they go
Little tiki thing.
they go to Hawaii.
Mhm.
Take tiki. So yes, baby Jesus will get visited by
Three holy dragons.
Three holy
Three holy
dragons.
dragons. I'm sure there will be new carols written.
Yes,
About
to
this.
commemorate this.
That'd be amazing. Dragon carols. When I've got dragon tails.
Holy night when the wise men flew on dragons.
This can be our new gig.
It could. Oh man, that one could work. Yes, we could do song parodies with
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Carol parodies.
Well, we got to do one with We Three Kings.
Oh, that's what I should have taken as my drag name, Carol Parodies.
So, I believe last we left our heroes, there was a big reveal. Ba ba ba.
Yeah, Roger look into the eyes of somebody that he hasn't seen in quite a while.
How is he feeling? Does he know, or is he suspect? Does he
let's-
suspect?
let's
That's where we're
rehash.
going.
Well, let's rehash.
So that's a great question. Before I answer it, I have to know, is it Roderick's turn in initiative yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, we're going to wait and see.
Well, let's just remind everyone who did we see last time?
We fought some werewolves,
Mhm.
and one of the werewolves was about to
It shot an arrow.
shot an arrow
Shot
at
an
Roderick,
arrow.
and it was about to hit Roderick.
Yeah, it was a natural 20 too. That was confirmed
Yes.
critical.
Well, and this is the second time we fought these guys, 2 nights in a row. They must have been following us.
Mm-hmm. And then, instead of getting shot by the arrow,
Another werewolf,
With the snatch arrows feet.
came out of nowhere and
Is
just.
that really a feat?
It
Yes.
is.
It's a monk feat,
It's
right?
It's a monk
feat.
feat.
So my dad has monk
It's a
levels.
monkey feat?
your dad.
Is a monkey?
Oh my god.
He's got monkey feet? I'm so
You-
confused.
What kind of werewolf is that?
He's a weremonkey.
It's like the spell monkey fish, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh my
But-
god, there's a spell monkey fish?
There is.
There is.
You have so much to learn,
I
Mother.
have so much to learn. So little time.
But no, this werewolf came out of nowhere, snatched the arrow out of the air before hitting Roderick right between the eyes, said, "Enough." And then he and the other werewolves ran away. But before he ran away, Roderick, looking into this werewolf's eyes, saw the eyes of his father.
So he ran off. He's not standing there as having a long-awaited reunion with his son. He just grabbed it and ran off.
No, it was about a 3-second reunion and then took off.
So,
It did have to happen within a round. So.
It did. So less than 6 seconds.
is he going to talk about this with the group, or is he going to keep it to himself?
Why don't you wait and see what happens,
We're
Philip?
building suspense, Philip.
Yeah, but I want to know what.
Well, then be quiet and you will find out.
Eat your popcorn.
Patient.
This
Eat
is an
your popcorn.
audio podcast. I can't be quiet.
Eat your popcorn.
Literally, my job to talk.
Put popcorn in your mouth.
I will never eat on mic. That's so gross.
We will, however, drink on mic.
Yeah.
That's not gross.
It did shut him up, though. Yeah, keep doing that.
Keep drinking.
Just quieter.
Pull his plug.
That never quiets me down.
All right. So,
So it's Roderick's turn now. How does he react?
So he's standing there in silence for a few seconds. The werewolves are running away from he and his friends. He's in silence with his sword kind of limply off to the side, and he says, That was my father.
Vivian, holding in her spleen, says, "Your father? Oh, Roderick, is that good? Is that bad? I don't really know." And then she's going to channel. Because Vivian is very low on health.
Yeah, Vivian got hit every single round.
Almost, yeah.
Jill also wasn't wearing armor.
Frickin' pincushion.
That's what happens when you're sleeping.
I'm really glad I woke up.
Vivian's really glad she bought that black negligee. We're not gonna. This isn't the start of the day, right? We still have.
No, you'll still have time to rest.
All right. So, I'm just gonna blow all the my channels, and get us all healed up.
How many channels do you have?
I haven't used any.
Okay, so that's basically guaranteed to heal us all.
yeah. So
So Roderick is still standing there staring off in the direction that the werewolves ran away.
Did you say that was your father?
Yes, I am certain.
Should we go after them?
I don't think that would be a wise decision.
Well, not for you. You're really hurt, but wouldn't you want to know everything? I would, and I don't even know you that well.
Roderick, I thought your father was dead.
Up until this very moment, I did as well.
Did you see his body when you went home for his funeral?
You know, I did not. I was told that the body was too badly mangled. A likely story, I know, but I believed it.
Well, of course you would.
Well,
You trusted the people that were telling you.
I trusted my mother. I have a lesson. I have a letter I have to write to her.
wait till Mother hears about this.
There's going to be exclamation points.
And
You
some-
better believe it.
And underlines.
And capitalizations.
Some frowny faces.
Not only has he been alive this whole time, but apparently he also took monk levels.
That's something that happens when you're transformed into a werewolf.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
You instantly become a monk.
I do not believe that we can catch them, but I do want to find out what is going on here. But I need to write my mother and see what she knows first, because it could be far more dangerous. And I'm going to do more studies at the university when we get there.
Do you think your mother knew?
I'm certain she did. She wouldn't have it in her to kill him, even if he was turning. But she couldn't tell the truth either.
Roderick, where's your hometown?
Yes, he's very far to the west of Seska. That would make sense if he was afraid of being a threat to me or my mother or the rest of the town. Yeah, that would make sense.
He was afraid of being recognized, too.
Yeah, he's only half answering you and half talking to himself as he's staring off in the distance.
I think we should,
Go to bed.
yes.
I agree. I need to think about this.
You also need to reset your alarm stone.
Yes, that did go off. I will reset the alarm stone.
Sheesh.
Vivian goes and changes her nightgown. Again.
Is this one black also?
This one's black with purple stitching.
Ah. So I'm sure you guys continue. You're taking turns with the watch. Make sure you get through the night.
And you hear furious scribbling in Roderick's tent. Lot of capital letters.
A lot of exclamation points.
A lot of exclamation points.
You make it through the evening. No other events happen. No alarm stones go off. Get up in the morning, and the Crooked Kin have prepared breakfast.
Ooh, what is it?
There's some squirrel roasting.
These are people that really live off the land here who still have.
Yes.
Have you caught any rabbits today?
No. We have not. They seem to have slipped our grasp, but we have some nice squirrel.
Might have been the werewolves.
Could be. Could be.
Roderick is focused on one thing right now.
So, would you care for breakfast?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Some nice herbal root tea.
Yes, that would be very good, yeah.
Which herb is it?
That's what I was just thinking.
The good kind?
It is. I almost said valerian root, but that makes you sleepy.
That's how we start our day. Is with melatonin.
It's turkey tea.
Earl,
Got the itis.
Earl Puce.
Pearl juice. It's dandelion root.
Dandelions are marginally edible.
Oh, wonderful. And Vivian will take a sip of it and then surreptitiously dump the rest of it because she doesn't like dandelion tea.
Aha.
Roderick casts prestidigitation to change the flavor of his tea, and then he drinks it.
What did you make it taste like?
Wolfsbane.
Isn't that poisonous?
It just
wolf.
tastes like
It just
it.
tastes like it. It's not
wolfbane.
actually.
Oh.
That would be so cool if you could be like, man, I really like steak, but I hate eating fish. But I could make this taste like steak, and then I can eat the fish. I don't like fish. This is what I'm thinking about.
And you want to magically make it taste like steak?
I mean, if I was in a survival situation where I had to eat fish, if I could make it taste like steak, I'd be a lot happier.
Yeah, gotcha.
If I could make almost everything taste like steak, I would be much happier.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that'd be good. That'd be good. No, he makes it taste like a ginger peach black tea.
Aw, how fancy.
Well, he did study at university for 3 years.
That's how he was able to go to 3 flavors rather than just one.
Yeah.
Not just black tea or green
his
tea.
palate became sophisticated.
No. When he first learned prestidigitation, he could only do one flavor. Black tea.
Oh, I see.
Neapolitan
Oolong.
tea.
It's based on the caster level. You can add one tea per one flavor per level.
One flavor per level. That's funny.
By the time he's level 20, it'll be like a Starbucks drink.
Now, do these all like meld together, or is it layered?
He likes it melted together, but he understands that some people like it to be layered, where you get a change over the course of drinking it.
So, do they have teas like this? Is it like a black and tan tea?
It could be, yeah.
In Galarian, it could be possible.
Okay.
Oh man, we're in a nerdy mood tonight.
Yeah, we are.
Like, this is a nerdy podcast, but this is the next level
We're being
nerdage.
extra nerdy. It's like, yeah, let's try not to be...
Well, Gary drops
are.
my character's father on me, and I don't know how to respond, so
I dropped him in front of you, not on you.
That's
fair
true.
enough.
And he ran on. He didn't fall from the sky.
Also,
Yeah,
he
that's true.
saved your life, so there's that.
I mean, I was going to survive that shot, but
Is a critical.
But it would have hurt really bad.
it would have hurt really bad. I'd have survived it, but it'd have hurt really bad.
Would have killed Vivian, probably.
Yeah, it would have brought you down. Sorry.
It was one of the reasons
Yeah,
we were
would've brought
glad
you
that you were being shot at instead of Vivian.
Yeah, that was a crazy combat. Let's get into the next one. Or not. What's happening next? We eat our breakfast.
So, you have your breakfast, have some nice squirrel meat, have some dandelion root tea, or whatever flavor you end up making it.
Artificially flavored tea.
Yes, there you go. Neapolitan.
I like that.
Boo.
Uh-huh.
I'm always a fan of a good tea pun.
The wolf boy starts barking in the background.
And persists throughout the entire episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, listeners, if you hear barking in this episode, it is
Rolf.
just Rolf, the wolf boy. He's supposed to be there.
Not an annoying neighbor's dog downstairs.
Exactly.
Could be that.
Not at all. Anyway,
I mean, there's no downstairs. We're outside.
And there's no facing anyway.
Rolf had something to say about that, too.
It's such a stupid joke, and it's so funny.
And it works every time. Makes you guys laugh every time. You're so easy. I love it. Love it.
Anyway, I'm assuming that you're going to summon your random horse that you steal from somebody else.
Yes, sir. Waves his hand, says the magic words, literally, and summons a horse.
What's it look like?
I'm sure it's different than the one yesterday.
Can it be a Palomino this time?
Sure. It's at GM's discretion.
But it does have, saddle and bridle and all that stuff.
It's
Equipped
ready
with
to
it.
go.
Ready to go.
We treat our borrowed horses very nicely here.
Yeah. That's why they keep coming back.
Yeah. Return customers. It only cost me 1 spell slot.
Oh my goodness.
You have a 5-star rating on Horse Uber?
Jeez.
Now, is that me or the horse?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
both, right?
Trying to build a good rapport. Get like the same 3 horses in rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so silly.
These horses came with saddles. They're going to be pissed when we put a harness on them.
Just give him a little earring, like, this was summoned by Roderick on this date.
Little tag.
Yep.
That's funny.
Your horse is now far more important than it was yesterday.
Thanks for the loan.
This horse is now heroic.
There would probably totally be some sort of policy like that in a magic world where it's like, I'm going to use this spell, but it's like you got to like give 5 gold back or something. Probably not that much, but
Well, and this is one of the traps people fall into playing this game. A lot of the characters we play are magic, but magic is still very rare in terms of the population. 99% of the people are not magical. It's just many player characters happen to be magical, so it seems common to us, but most
But they
people are
know
not.
they know about magic.
Yeah,
though.
it is
Even if they're not magical, they know about it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's like Jedis in Star Wars. It's like most people aren't Jedis, but they know that they exist, and the story is about them, but there's still most people are not.
Perception. Not that you need a roll. I'm just saying that it's
It's like I was about to
Yeah,
grab my desk.
perception
What?
of the reality.
All right.
There.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
perspective.
I still think that they would have some sort of social norms on things like this, a spell like this.
Yeah, but this is high society stuff.
But you know what? No, especially because like a spell like this, you're stealing horses.
They hang people who do that.
Yeah, that means a lot of people would be killed for witchcraft.
Right, but if you actually
They're gonna steal my horse.
right, but if you cast magic, that means you're far more important than the people that you're stealing the horse
Well,
from.
don't
so
we think highly of ourselves?
I bet they don't think that.
I'm just saying how it is.
And thus we have the Galarian witch trials.
Also, this is my back to last week. This is my problem with second edition. It's like I feel second edition does not make you feel special. You're not special for having magic.
They don't have what is it, NPC classes. They don't have commoner and warrior and
Aristocrat.
and
Noble.
expert and noble.
Second edition doesn't.
Nope. I mean, they might. I don't know. I don't think they do. Anyway,
I don't read the rules.
I don't think that takes away from my point, is that as a player, I want to feel fucking special.
We don't need something that follows like a realistic thing. Well, it would be realistic. It's like,
I am here for the fantasy, damn it.
yes. I'm not
We
here
are
for
stealing. We are stealing someone's horse for 8 hours a day
Yes.
and getting away with it. That doesn't make you feel special enough?
Now, my question is, what happens to the rider if there was already a rider on this horse when
He
you
just
summon it?
He just falls down.
to the ground
Yeah.
and breaks his tailbone?
Yep.
I'm assuming that it's in the context of the spell that you are stealing a horse that is not currently being used for anything.
Or maybe like they turn around and suddenly the horse is gone. Also,
So they're stranded.
maybe what happens is the horse like sinks into the ground and then rises up wherever we are. Like that's how it visually happens. So he doesn't hurt himself. He like gently lands on his butt.
I sort of imagine it like that scene in Monty Python, The Quest for Holy Grail, when Lancelot is running up to the castle and the guards just look. And then it cuts back to Lancelot, and he's back where he started, and running up again. And the guards just look again, and then it cuts back to him running up again.
That was so stupid.
But so funny.
Now I'm pretty sure the magical glyphs and magical words in the spell say, "Find me the most underutilized horse in the land and bring that one to me."
Wouldn't that mean it would be a bad horse?
No, just underutilized.
Bad horse.
Bad horse.
I think we got a really strong impression though of how special Roderick thinks he is.
Yeah.
He worked really hard at this.
So he works and makes his special horse reserved just for him.
I'm just a realist, y'all.
And then what happens? We hook it up,
Hook it up.
on the road again.
Wolf
Alrighty.
Boy Rolf is very annoyed about all of it.
Yep.
So, as far as order, are we wanting to lead the caravan or follow it?
Or intermingle. Because Renly would want to intermingle so that he could talk and ask all the questions to every single member of this party.
I think it would be good to have someone scouting ahead.
Yes, I think I should be leading the party since I'm the tracker.
You're also the least social.
And I'm very rattled after last night. So,
Is she visibly rattled?
no.
Did it give her like a little bit of false hope? Like, his dead father came back, maybe her family... you know,
No,
he
because
could
she
be
buried her
family.
family.
I
She
buried
took it
my
all.
family.
Yeah.
She
But
took off their
that's
heads.
why... That's... Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
unlike
Yeah.
Roderick, she made sure they were dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knowing that they'd been attacked by a vampire.
As a grave warden, she'd know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm very disturbed by the whole idea of family members coming back
Gotcha.
from the dead. Yes, it disturbs me. See, werewolves are a troubling class for Zenobia because they're not undead; they're transformed.
Yeah, they never actually died. They just changed.
So she has
They're
ethical
cursed.
issues that she's working through her own.
Just got
I like it. I think that's good.
to sit and think, or track and think about
Track and think about it. Yeah.
She's pulling a Roderick right now and working really hard at something so she doesn't have to deal with the emotions.
it. I definitely think it was a shaky night for everyone. Vivian is feeling very...
It was a shaky night physically for
Punctured.
Vivian because she
Yes.
almost died.
Yes, it was a shaky night physically for Vivian. She is, I feel that she got sleep, but
It wasn't good sleep.
yeah, I was plagued with nightmares. She hasn't slept well in the whole time she's been in this frickin' country.
She dream of being a pen cushion.
A pan cushion?
Pen cushion.
That makes more sense.
Have you ever fired a
So the
crossbow bolt at a pin
A
cushion?
pan cushion.
A pan cushion?
Pen cushion.
Yeah, I think just she's probably really focused on like the teeth and that was a really scary fight. Like they were really close. She couldn't hide. There was like, wolves surrounding her on all sides, and there are these weird humanoid, like half shifted, half not.
And
It was
it
just
just
all
kept picking on you.
yeah. There's a lot of blood.
And I mean, you're all lucky that none of you actually end up getting bit. Because in that hybrid form is when they can pass on their curse.
And that's the thing is, I don't think Vivian even knows about that. Like, she doesn't even know enough about werewolves to know what kind of danger she was in on that level. That's probably going to hit her later and be like, oh, man.
Roderick only knows from personal experience, like, because of his family.
Right.
She's just, I think, basically the whole time Vivian's been here, she's just horrified by all the bloodshed that she's seen over and over again. Especially when you consider when we were in Ustalov, when we were in the prison, killing a lot of undead things. So it's just a lot of dust, ew, a lot of gross, but not
Juicy.
juicy.
Well,
Yeah.
but on the other side of it, I think there might be at least some comfort in the back of Roderick, Vivian, and Zenobia's head that we're still fighting really well together as a team. Like, we're still a good, cohesive combat unit. I don't know what Renly's take is on it, having only fought with us a couple times, but like all the instincts that we built together through Harrow Stone, we're still flowing like a unit.
I think for Vivian, she's probably taking that for granted. I think she's used to people wanting to work together.
And for Roderick, it's the opposite, because he's really impressed that Zenobia's an incredibly competent fighter, far more competent than most of the people he's done. He's used to dealing with country bumpkins, but Zenobia is definitely a cut above the normal warriors he deals with, and he's genuinely impressed by Vivian and how she's so effective in combat without realizing how effective she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is she's still, with as much as she's seen, she's still very naive, and she doesn't know how to process the emotions. I think that's the thing that's happening with Vivian throughout all this. She has no idea how to even interpret what's happening around her.
Well, and she spends a lot of her time healing and buffing and doing those sorts of things. She hasn't done too much direct damage overall, but it's still been vital for the success of the party.
Well, and I think that's part of it too, is that she's not focused. I don't think she focuses on herself a lot with it. She focuses on how she looks, but that's part of it. Is it's appearances, right? She's wanting to do good in the world. I'm not making any sense. She's worried about other people first, and I think part of that is because she wants to help people, but I don't think she's realized yet that it's also probably a defense mechanism where she doesn't actually have to sit down and think about all the horrors that she's experienced so far. So she's feeling them. She's feeling them, but she's not analyzing them.
What's Renly think about fighting with this group?
He hasn't formed any opinions. He never forms an opinion. He takes all the facts that he has learned and just, that's life.
Holds them in isolation?
Yes.
Doesn't build a unifying theory out of them. Just holds
correct
independent.
He doesn't let emotion cloud his judgments.
So how does he make decisions?
He finds the best way with the facts that he has.
Well, that's building a unifying theory, Philip.
Well, I mean...
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Welcome to Nerd Central.
He's very much with the mantra, feelings aren't facts. So if just like Thurskill did when he was going to chop off your hand, that's the same mentality. That's how they were raised. Is these things are happening, and this is how we prevent it.
Mm-hmm. These is how we prevent it.
These is how we prevent it.
Yeah, Roderick's very much on board with the facts don't care about your feelings, but he's also very arrogant, and like he assumes that his interpretation of the facts are correct, when often they're not, but he thinks they are.
Right. And that's where Renly is. Renly doesn't have that hubris. He's like, he can be wrong because he's been wrong before, so he can be wrong again.
How old is Renly?
Renly is in his early 20s, like 22, 23.
So he's about the same age as Roderick.
Yes.
Well, wasn't it the same age as Thurskill, though?
Thurskill was like 27, 26.
Oh, so Thurskill was older.
Yes.
But somehow his younger brother is the wiser one.
Yes.
It's typically true. The babies are the best.
Agreed.
Well, at least the second-borns.
Those older kids, though.
I don't know. We kind of turn out the best.
I was thinking about whenever Richard and I have kids, how, like, I think there's absolutely going to be dividing lines between, like, the older kid and the baby. Like,
there is. I mean, if you've had siblings.
But no, what I mean is, like, Richard's the oldest in his family, and I'm the baby in mine. So
you're saying the firstborn is going to be my progeny.
And the baby will be mine.
No, I think it's going to be opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how that theory plays out.
Well, I think what we're learning is we have to have at least 2 kids. All right.
5.
Oh, jeez. So.
In a row.
Are we in?
Well, I mean, they would all be
at one time.
In a row.
They wouldn't be out of sequence.
Yes,
Philip.
yes.
I'm going to have the first kid second.
2, 1, 4, 3, 5.
So, are we in Lepidstadt yet?
Sounds like an area code.
I think we walked past Lepidstadt in this conversation we were having.
You make it all the way up to the world moon. Too far. You turn around, come back.
Yeah, actually, we were doing that before. Do we need a
go ahead and roll a survival check.
Roger, go roll to aid.
Guidance.
Are you going to...
We're rolling it for Zenobia, right? We're aiding Zenobia.
Yeah.
13, so I aid.
And Roderick, are you going to take up the rear and make sure nobody follows us?
He's a little distracted right now, but he'll do whatever you tell him.
Roderick, take up the rear. Make sure nobody follows us.
Yeah, Roderick, take up the rear.
There's werewolves, yes. I will do that.
Vivian was going to be in the back as well, but before she heads back there,
No, Roderick's definitely behind Vivian.
she aids in guiding. She aids the rolls, so that's a +2, and then guidance +1.
Renly does not aid. Is there a fumble for aid?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
You cannot fumble skill
You
checks.
can't make it worse.
You cannot critically fail skill
What
checks.
what were we rolling for?
Survival.
So you're sitting on a +5.
14.
Yeah, you're sitting on a +5 in addition to whatever you rolled.
19.
19 total? All right. So you make your way north through the woods.
Rolf is still going on.
Rolf is still barking. He sees some squirrels go by. He wants to chase them.
You know, it makes sense with the werewolves showing up in camp. That probably got him all riled up.
Plus, there were sticks. But your dad wasn't actually trying to save your life. He was just chasing a stick.
He caught it.
He caught it.
I could now defeat my own father with a bacon strip.
Go fetch.
He'll never live it down.
Yeah, you proceed toward Lepidstadt. Give me one more survival check.
Guidance and aid.
Rolling to aid again.
I do not aid.
I do not aid.
I aid.
So what does that mean? What do we add?
+3.
13.
You have found the Lesser Maltre River, and you're following it that way up. Roderick especially would know at this point that the river runs right through town, so you can follow the river north and
Yes, I know
easily
this.
make your way there.
I know this the river. It goes straight through Lepidstadt. So if we just follow the river, we'll be good.
So I'd say at this point, it's probably late afternoon on the 25th of Thrust as you make your way into the town of Lepidstadt,
Yay, we made it.
which you can tell once you get there is a much larger city than Ravengrow was.
Told you.
I mean,
Comes out of his reverie to...
Anytime he gets to say "I told you so," yeah, that'll snap him out of it.
he's gonna take that opportunity.
Every time he'll take that attack of opportunity.
So you make your way through the town, and when you get to Lepidstadt, you notice that it's almost like a major carnival or festival is going on when you arrive. People are, have drinks everywhere. There's games, and it looks like a big carnival going on.
It's Frostfest, right?
Basically, yeah.
Roderick,
It's like the Mardi Gras.
Yeah. I was thinking like Oktoberfest.
Roderick says this is substantially more activity than I remember.
This is because of the beast, right? The
Yes,
trial?
The Crooked Kin did mention.
He's right there. Why are you talking like he's not there?
Well,
Roderick?
Because he's not. I'm talking to you. They're back there. They're up ahead of us.
Oh.
Also, if you show your boobs, do you get beads?
Maybe
Okay.
you can try it. And see
It
what
is a
happens.
college town.
That it is.
Renly, show your boobs, see if you get any beads.
Renly touches his head and turns into Carrie.
And shows Carrie's boobs.
And a flagon of ale gets thrown at you.
Someone
So
threw
the
a beer
answer
bottle
is-
at me.
So the answer is no.
A projectile velocity. Gives you a nice goose egg.
This reminds me of one of the other games Gary has ran us through, where he came up with a bunch of carnival games for us to play, and I remember there was
That was
lizard racing.
So
It
fun.
was so
That was
fun.
really fun. The lizard racing.
We should pause
y'all
and you do
cheated
that
with
real quick.
Y'all cheated with the whole being able to talk to lizards and
It was so
little did
fun.
we know, one of us had built a character that could talk to
They could talk
animals.
draconic. Yeah.
Talk to lizards.
It was so
Talk to lizards,
fun.
yeah.
Druids.
There's just no limiting them, you know.
Yeah. Carnival games are hard to cheat at when you're all magic users.
I'd say they're easy to cheat at.
You could even make the rings go on the bottles and everything, right?
Mhm. Yes, with Mage Hand.
with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
We've been there on this podcast.
Oh, yeah, we have.
So yes, those games are fun, and if y'all had time to play those while you were here in town, I would set some more up. But
Unfortunately, we don't.
You don't have time for all of that.
We got business.
Yep, but for those curious, those games were for the Swallowtail Festival at the beginning of Rise of the Runelords. As you make your way around through the center of town, going by the courthouse, going this way because now Roderick knows exactly where he's going, heading toward the university. You see this large wooden effigy in the center circle of town. And Roderick would know this as the famous Punishing Man.
Ugh.
The locals bring fuel and different types of wood and things like that to throw onto this effigy. And it's basically when someone is convicted and sentenced to death, they are put in the center of this effigy and burned alive.
Oh, wow. I was going to make a Burning Man joke, but that's not a joke.
It's a wicker man.
It's a wicker man.
It's weird, yeah.
Does Roderick explain this?
Yeah, he does. It's an important social catharsis. Look up mimetic theory.
You say that to Vivian?
Yeah, he says it to Vivian.
How about you just explain it to me, Roderick?
Perhaps later. We have a library to visit.
But you explain that they're going to stick someone inside this effigy?
After he sees a fair trial and conviction?
Yeah, when somebody's convicted. Yes.
Oh, I don't know, Roderick. That still seems very barbaric.
It is, but the masses must be quelled somehow.
You're not there. You're at the front of the caravan. Oh, yeah. Are we still in the caravan? Or
No,
is
I think
the
we've
carnival?
broken up, right?
The carnival could have broken off by this point. And
Carnival went to go be part of the carnival?
Part of the carnival, yeah.
We said our
This
goodbyes.
is a perfect place for him.
It was nice traveling with you.
And if you listen really closely, Rolf isn't talking anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
If you hear the barking again, he's just coming to say hi.
Are you sure this isn't a religious thing, Roderick?
Not as far as I'm aware.
You would piece it together pretty easily that this effigy is meant for the Beast of Lepidstadt. They're planning to...
Give him a fair trial, convict him, and then kill him.
They haven't, no trial has been set or anything yet, but they're already preparing the...
Ugh, yeah, that speaks well for the,
They're already preparing
the fairness of the
sentence him.
trial.
Yes.
What
Trial by public opinion.
are we hearing anything about the beast as we're going through town?
Are you asking the townsfolk as you see them?
I don't want to say she's necessarily asking. She wants to kind of be
just
listening.
Just listening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for that, since you're not actually talking to people, you're just kind of listening to hearing what they say, give me a perception check, see what you hear.
Okay. Not a lot.
Me neither.
There's too much.
Blather and chatter.
Yeah, there's too much to really pull it out. So she rolled a 10.
Entirely out of character, Roderick rolled a 27.
15?
So most of you just hear occasional shouts of like, kill the beast, burn the beast.
Some of them are singing the song from Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
Okay. I
It's
see
a whole rendition.
I see a wardrobe walking around.
Yep.
Okay.
You see a girl in a yellow dress run by.
With a mirror.
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're clear on this imagery.
Yep, exactly. Saying something about it being a provincial town and a provincial life. And saying provincial a lot, because that happens a lot in that song.
And there's 3 hot triplets all wearing different colored dresses.
But it's the same dress.
Yeah, same dress, different colors.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Roderick was looking at as he rolled his 27.
Honestly, I wish they were a bigger part of the movie. I really like them.
Yes.
Okay, so...
You see a strong man run up in a red top,
Yep.
and this little short guy standing beside him.
So, Vivian doesn't hear anything, but she's starting to hum some songs in her head that are copyright. So,
She
So
thinks she needs
we
to be
want-
the main character in a different story.
yes.
See my chest, see my chest. Oh, see my vest, see my vest.
See my vest.
All right, we'll stop interrupting Gary now.
But Roderick, you said you had a 27?
Yes, sir.
So as you kind of pass by, you hear another person that doesn't seem to be as angry as everybody else is. She's saying things like, but he can't be all bad. He saved my life. I was being attacked and he rescued me.
It is Beauty and the Beast!
And she's falling for him.
Oh my gosh.
Stockholm Syndrome at its best.
Ah.
I heard an argument that's not what that movie is about.
I know.
Roderick is kind of zeroing in on the whole beast thing because of the recent encounter with his own father. So he's actually kind of got an ear out for it. And he says, I heard the woman saying something about this beast saved her life and he can't be all bad.
What woman?
A beast.
The trial, the effigy, yes. Were you not paying attention?
No, I was playing this game. I almost
is it
got
the
it.
lizard one?
No, it's the fish one where you try and throw the ping pong ball.
You can never actually win that, you know.
I actually did win that.
I have won that one too.
Lasted a whole day. That poor fish.
Oh.
They have short-lived lifespans anyway, so you're fine.
So, what woman?
I don't know. I heard it in just the abstract.
The ether. Somebody in the ether just said.
Is that true, Gary? Did he not see the woman
He
saying
saw
this? That is
All right, Gary, describe to me the woman who said that.
that is such a Richard in real life thing. It's like, I don't know, I didn't see her ass, so I don't know what she looked like.
Someone said something, and I focused in on the important part.
What she said,
That I couldn't see her butt.
not who it was.
Right, that would have been important if I saw it, but I didn't, so.
Couldn't connect the two.
So we'll kind of find a nice happy medium here and say you didn't see exactly who said it, but you know where they were when you heard it. So it's not just from the abstract ether somewhere. You know, they were on that corner over there.
To be fair, Roderick still isn't fully with it. He's a little distracted, so. When he says in the abstract, he means it was somebody in the crowd.
She's such a
So,
nerd.
Zenobia walks back to where Roderick's pointing to,
As does Vivian.
and we're looking around to try and find this voice in the wilderness.
Interrogator.
I'm just a schlump with a sword, and I'm about ready to whack you with it.
This
Had it with all of you.
area near the center of town is so flooded with people, it's hard to really find her again.
Okay.
You just hear the normal throngs of the crowd.
By the way, audience, that means we're not at that point in the adventure yet. Gary just did what we call foreshadowing. Well, we can't find her, so I guess we should continue on to the university.
I want to know, for my own personal Zenobia.
Vivisection.
Vivisection.
Vivification?
I want to know for my own edification what's going on. So I find a likely looking townsperson and say, what's going on? Who is this beast and what did he do?
Oh, the beast of Lepidstadt is known for causing all the troubles in this area.
Which were?
Well, people dying, homes destroyed, livestock being slaughtered.
And you've captured
Slaughtered.
Slaughtered.
And you've captured this
We-
slaughterer?
We have captured him finally.
How did that happen?
He broke into the library at the university.
God, fucking Beauty and the Beast. I'm so excited.
Why do I think that this guy's going to be really involved with us?
So he broke into the library. What was he doing in the library?
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't think a beast like him could read.
I didn't either. I wouldn't have thought that a bit.
But the authorities just found him in the library.
Was he eating books?
I can only imagine what he was doing.
Thank you.
Good deflection.
Appreciate the information.
Roderick pops up behind the group and says, see? Blaming one person for all of the troubles. Classic scapegoat.
Well, if we want to learn more about this beast, I guess we need to go to the library, and that's where we're going anyway, so it all seems serendipitous.
I'm starting to wonder if the beast is actually the source of all of these issues.
Almost certainly not.
I mean, he's getting a fair trial.
And that he'll be executed.
I mean, that's fair.
I hate cities.
I think we might need to
I'm more of a
discuss...
small town girl.
I think we might need to... You didn't like the small town we were in either, Zenobia.
You know what? I've decided I just don't like people.
We knew that.
Renly, I think we're going to have to talk about our definitions of what fair means later on.
Yeah.
Fair? Like this carnival?
No.
No, fair like my
Equitable.
hair.
Equitable.
No, fair like my hair.
Oh, it is very pretty.
Thank you. Okay, so we continue on to the library,
All right.
pondering the beast.
Before you get to the library, though, while you're making your way through the town square on your way there, a young gentleman approaches you. Excuse me. You are the new travelers heading toward the library, correct? I believe that you are Roderick Iliescu. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Perfect. Judge Imbrith Deramid sent me to fetch you. She wishes to see you at her residence. You can find the address here. And he hands you a small slip of paper with an address.
Excellent. This is exactly who we were looking for.
How did she know we were in town?
She knew we were coming, didn't
We
she?
kind of make a spectacle.
Well, she knew we were coming, right? Like, that was the whole... The university would have been informed with...
Oh, that we were on our way.
Yeah.
On our way. Okay, I accept that.
Plus, Roderick stands like a head above everyone else, and Vivian almost so. Well, this saves us the trouble of tracking her down.
I didn't know she was a judge.
Yes. She's one of our 3 magistrates here.
So I imagine she might be involved in the trial of the beast then.
Yes, she will be overseeing the trial. She will be one of the triad.
That's a good word. I knew it, but I'm just reminded. I like that word. Sorry.
I'm certain that is a purely inconsequential coincidence.
And not an important piece of information at all.
No, will have no bearing on our adventure. Thank you.
Enjoy your stay in Lepidstadt. Have a good day.
So, Judge Daramid's house is not too far from where you already are. You're kind of in the center of town near the courthouse where you saw the effigy and where you've been talking to people. So really, it's only like a few blocks away.
Not even 10 minutes to get there.
Nope, probably not.
Don't even have to call an Uber.
As we're walking towards it, Roderick sort of elbows Vivian and says, "Are you feeling a little bit more at home now?"
Yes, actually, now that you mention it, I am more familiar with urban life than rough traveling on the road.
I thought that might be the case.
But, I don't think I'll really feel better until I've had another chance to shower.
Well, I assure you they have them there. They have them here.
Oh, wonderful.
You make your way down there and you find a very elegant looking townhome, almost like this filigree lining the door. Very pretty. Knock on the door. Judge Daramith opens the door and you see an older woman in her 60s, gray hair slicked back and into a bun, these stern, like ice blue eyes looking at you. Very much looks like a no-nonsense kind of woman.
Very much like a judge.
Yeah.
Very much like a Zenobia.
I was just thinking, it's like, Mom.
Mother.
I'm thinking like, kind of looks like Ruth Bader Ginsburg kind of thing.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Does she have the glasses?
Yes.
Except tall.
Yes. She invites you inside, and when you do go in the home, there's like this beautiful artwork everywhere around. It almost looks like an art museum with how much nice art is here in this place.
Vivian is thrilled to be in here, and she's immediately like running up and looking at the pieces and walks up to one. She's like, oh my goodness, is this an actual Lepidstadt still life?
Well, yes, it is.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, and over there, a Renray. Oh my goodness. And she's looking at Roderick and Zenobia, and she's just like, these works are amazing. And you've never seen her so excited before in all her life. Like, she's just quivering, like just shaking. She's so excited to be around so many beautiful pieces of art.
Roderick says, "I kind of like the waterfalls."
Yes, no, the waterfalls. See, these are made with this brush stroke here. And she's immediately starts just like rambling about art.
Renly, can you help me get the chest out of the cart?
Absolutely. So, Your Honor, before I go, you have a very nice home.
Why, thank you.
How much do judges make?
I love this character.
That,
So,
well,
Because we're in the middle of the city, so rent must be high. So that means that civil servants are paid well here?
yes, but I'm not just I'm a magistrate here, but I'm also a justice over in forgot the town's name.
You don't even know the name of the town that you're justice in?
Sorry. So I am a magistrate here in Lepidstadt, but I am also a justice over in Violent.
Oh, Violent. I've never been to Violent.
You probably passed right by it on your way here.
I just remember wolves in a forest.
Then yes, you're in a Violent.
Okay. Well, I can't say that it was nice because we were attacked, but I'm going to go help my friend.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes, we have your books.
Books. Oh, yes, the professors.
So that is
Books.
not why you called us.
No, it is, it just the plural books through B. The majority of the books that you are returning do belong to the library here at the university, but there was one specific book that was mine that I let him borrow.
Which one?
Let me hazard a guess. It's the one with the lock on it.
Yes?
Thank
Oh,
you.
so do you have the key to it?
Yes.
Oh, can we finally read it?
Vivian snaps out of telling Zenobia about all the artwork and the paintbrush styles, and she says, maybe we should have this conversation inside with the books with the door closed?
We are inside with the books with the door closed.
Nuh-uh, you were getting the book. You never went and got them yet.
It's true.
We were
And
about
the door
to
is
go
not
get them.
closed. The door is not
They're
closed.
still outside with the horse.
You were inside, though, but you hadn't gone back out to get the
Yeah.
books.
We haven't stepped out to get them yet.
Yeah. You just had all this plot revelation with the door wide open. Hey, you want that secret book?
Well, I mean, everybody out there is reveling and they're about to kill a beast and all that other stuff. They're not really paying attention.
Zenobia is standing in front of a canvas that has nothing painted on it except a dot. Wall size, 9 by 12. Pretty big. There's just an orange dot in the lower right corner. She's shaking her head.
Not a fan of modern art, Zenobia.
Hate it.
That's not my favorite either, but whenever something's created with the purpose of adding beauty to the world, we can't deny it.
I think this was created trying to rip money out of people's pockets.
Judge Daramid joins the two of you staring at this art piece, looking at it, and says, "If you want my opinion, this thing is crap.
Why is it hanging in your house, Judge?
It was a gift."
And as
Oh, from a mother-in-law?
No, from Professor Lorimore.
So your father-in-law.
Strange taste.
so as this conversation is going on, you hear, all right, watch the left. As this,
Pivot.
all right, you're too low. I'm gonna hit the. There you go. They're moving this huge chest into the room.
Why was that so funny?
Friends joke.
Oh, Richard was just making a moving joke.
I was just
He
making
would
a
never
moving
make a
joke.
Friends
I would
reference.
never.
I was making the
pivot.
French joke.
I never watched the show, but the times I've seen it, it's like I've been traveling, and I travel to England. For some reason, they always show the same episode when I arrive, and it's the one where they rent a car and drive in the country. It's like, why do I have to travel thousands of miles only to watch the same Friends episode? I don't understand. I don't get it. How do they know I'm coming?
Pick better episodes.
So we make
Really?
we make a huge display of plopping the chest in the middle of the living room. Ka-dunk.
Artwork rattles on the walls.
You see her just kind of like that.
So I would assume that you would open the chest and reveal the books, and Judge Daramid will go through the books, and then she'll find the book that belongs to her. And thank you for returning this book. I had hoped that the professor would return it himself, but obviously that has not happened. The other books must be returned to the library. You will be looking for a Dr. Montany Crowell, and once the books are returned to him, then I will have your payment for you.
And I have a suspicion that the late fees on this library will consume the entire inheritance.
Well, luckily for you, I can waive said late fees.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's good having a friend in the know.
Too true, too true.
Justice Daramid, did the professor have a key for this book?
He did. Yes, he had a key.
We did not find it.
That would make sense with the way I've heard from his daughter how he died. If he felt threatened or in danger in any way, he would have destroyed his key.
If the professor destroyed the key to this book, what makes this book more important than the others?
I am not at liberty to discuss what is within this book.
Why?
We know the title of the book, right?
Didn't we?
There was like a title on
There
it
was
or something.
a title on it, I believe.
Oh, yeah,
It said
yeah.
Manual to the Order of the...
Manual to the Esoteric Order of the Palatine Eye.
This order, who are they?
It is a society of scholars and politicians and aristocrats, and that is all I can say.
Elites.
New World Order.
I will say this, just from the brief meeting I have had with you, if you are deemed worthy enough, perhaps the Order will be contacting you soon.
I'm a prince. Does that count?
No.
We defeated an entire prison full of ghosts and undead creatures. Does that count?
It looks good on your report card, we'll put it that way. But
My father is a werewolf.
that's a ding in the wrong direction. Sorry. No lichens allowed. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I'm trying to work through this. It's very difficult.
He's a bit fixated
Is there
Moment.
is there a
Wouldn't you
psychologist?
be?
Is there a psychologist in
Been
town
there.
that he can talk to?
I'm sure there's one somewhere.
That's
Sorry,
funny, Mom.
y'all have lost Roderick for a little while.
That's funny. Zenobia's just like, been there. That was a good one, Mom.
She puts the book away back on a bookshelf. And the interesting thing that you notice is you see the book, it goes onto the bookshelf, and then when she moves her hand away, the book is gone from the bookshelf. It's almost as if it's
Invisible.
invisible.
Wow.
Yeah, detect magic.
There's some sort of cloaking type spell
Cool.
on it to make it invisible.
But she wouldn't have done that in front of us if she didn't trust us.
Correct.
So there you go.
Can you do this in your whole house?
Make your
Instead
whole house
instead of
disappear.
having to clean?
Unfortunately, I don't possess magic myself. This area was prepared for me by local arcanists.
Zenobia is just thinking of her housekeeping duties. Like, boy, I really wish I could have done that. I gotta learn more magic users. Learn the names of more magic users.
In the meantime, Roderick is sitting on a couch using prestidigitation to conjure images of wolves and wolfmen and men and like switching back and forth.
And Vivian's sitting in a chair next to him with a notepad and asking how that makes you feel.
she's got a
Psychiatrist, 5
got a little
cents.
sign out, yeah.
She's put a little beard on her face.
I'm sure there's a nice chaise lounge that you can just lay across.
Exactly.
Roderick, why do you hate your mother?
You don't listen when I talk, do you?
Oh no.
I just said I feel more alive.
But anyway,
So we have a quick therapy. Vivian and Roderick have a quick
have
therapy
a quick
session.
therapy
I
session,
think we've made a lot of progress.
and nothing
Cutting our
was solved.
funding.
And since you are using her home, that will take up 100 platinum pieces for the session. No, just kidding.
I'll cut you a deal. We'll make that one really ugly painting disappear if you let us use the house.
Oh,
Really
somebody
just puts it on
stole
the
it.
shelf.
Right.
It's like I lost all my guns in a boating accident.
But
We had a limited fire.
a limited fire.
It only wanted this.
We had a spark.
I got that spell.
So you chat a little bit while you're there, but Judge Daramid gets more serious for a moment after she's talked to you for a bit. There is one other thing I would like to ask of you. As you know, you should probably know, I am to be presiding over the trial of the Beast of Lepidstadt. I worry that he won't receive a fair trial, and that does not sit right with me.
Yes, it seems that is the course, seeing as they already have his place of dying ready.
Yes,
It's really classy.
I know that is the way here in Lepidstadt. It's almost barbaric. Just full-on barbaric, honestly.
I was going to say, there's nothing
It's-
almost about it.
I do believe that the people of Lepidstadt have just created a scapegoat for all of the problems here in Lepidstadt. And while I do believe that a creature such as this could cause issues, there's also so many stories of him rescuing people and being helpful, and stories such as locals in a canoe in the river capsizing, and the beast saved all of them. We didn't lose a single one of them that day. But then he is also blamed at the same time for a murder that occurred outside the city. So it is unclear whether the beast is good or evil.
I read the book. He did both.
What?
Why is he called the Beast? I don't understand. Is he a man? Is he an animal? Is
Yes.
he a shapeshifter?
He is a golem. So he was created.
Golems do not usually have much intelligence. How is he being held to account for actions as though he could make decisions? Why am I referring to him as he? He is a golem.
Does he have
That's called emotion, Roderick. It's called empathy. I really want you to harness that. This is after the therapy session.
Most importantly, I would like you to help in his trial and look into whether he's good or evil.
Too bad we don't have an inquisitor.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Detect alignments. Get it done like that.
That really sped this book along.
Right?
Detect alignment. Lawful evil. Okay.
The end.
Proceed with trial.
There's not an inquisitor, and there's not an inquisitor in the entire town of Lepidstadt.
Nope. But
Zenobia is confused too. She says, "Aren't they made out of clay?"
he is a flesh golem, so he's made of flesh.
So it would make no sense to burn a clay man.
I need a group of people such as yourselves that do not have the same local biases as the people of Lepidstadt. I need you to uncover the real truth about the beast's crimes, or alleged crimes. The beast was appointed a legal counsel, Barrister Gustav Koppel. He's so hopelessly over his head, and he needs help. Ideally, he needs help with someone gathering evidence about these alleged crimes and people to stand up in court and answer questions from the prosecution. Speakers like this must be very brave to stand up against the public bias here that we have against the beast. I just want to make sure that justice, true justice, is done. If the beast is indeed guilty, then I can rest easier knowing that we removed such a horrible beast from this town and he was given a fair trial. But if he is innocent, I don't want to destroy an innocent creature.
So she's lawful aligned.
Yes.
I mean, she's a judge, obviously.
Duh.
So we're doing like influence mechanics?
Yes.
If the audience could see the looks on Noelle's face as Gary was describing what we're about to be doing.
Influence mechanics!
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm just so excited.
I just want to hit somebody.
You're preparing for trial.
You are not going to get to hit anybody for a while.
I know. I'm going to be really upset.
You're going to be, unless you're trying to intimidate the witness, which wouldn't look good with what we're trying to do.
So are we going to court?
We're going to do an episode of Law and Order!
Chung chung.
Oh, chunk, yes!
Yes.
I love Law and Order.
Exactly! That's why I'm so excited!
SBU, Special Beast Unit.
If you have-
Special beast. I like that.
Oh, yes. Hero card for that.
no.
Okay.
I thought golems were created creatures, Judge.
Yes, this is what is confusing me. Golems are usually mindless and at the whim of their creator with no will of their own.
Did you create him?
I did not.
Do not implicate her in this case.
Renly never ignores the elephant in the room.
Obviously not.
Renly, in fact, is leading the elephant in the room
Renly
around
is the
by his
elephant in
trunk.
the room.
What was...
Renly's feeding it peanuts.
Yeah. I am confused. Is the beast undead?
No.
Good thing. I don't like undead.
That would cause a conflict of interest.
Yes.
Right?
And I have a solution. I have multiple solutions. I have
For the undead? But, Zenobia, it's not undead, so...
I have 6 solutions
For undead.
things that need to be dead.
I think we're getting away from the main issue here,
I
Zenobia.
suppose. I'm just trying to understand why I would want to help this creature.
If it helps, I will double your payment if you
Yeah.
assist in this
Triple it, and my conscience is clear.
Give me a,
Aided diplomacy?
yeah.
I aid.
I aided.
Vivian doesn't know what's going on, so she's not going to roll for this. She's not going to negotiate in a scenario
How
like
much,
this.
how much does your aid add?
2 from each, so a total of 4.
18.
What about 2.5 times?
Done. I love undead. I love golems especially.
Columns aren't undead.
They aren't alive.
He's not undead. He's a construct.
He's never living. No problem.
Good job, Zenobia. She is so funny. This weird tycoon streak in her.
She found money. She's like, she didn't think she liked money, but then she found out she really liked it.
She's going to become the bad guy at the end, and it's just going to be over, like, some gold.
I'm going to become a dragon at the end. That's my goal.
Oh, isn't that your sorcerer's goal?
And then you'll visit the baby Jesus.
And I will be the gold-bearing dragon.
At Epiphany.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is all very useful, but I still do not understand. How is it that a golem has a will of its own and can be held accountable for its actions? Golems are constructs of magic users that are completely subservient to the will of their masters.
What he said.
This is something I also need you to investigate. Many believe that this golem has been able to find sentience.
That is very strange.
AI.
You gave Google all your information.
Noelle is not okay with AI. Vivian doesn't know
it was
what it is.
a great movie.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Weird bubble cars.
Okay, so that's another thing we need to investigate. I have a couple of questions, Judge. Judge Daramid. How long has the beast been in this area? How long has these events been occurring? I'm kind of wondering how much rage and fear has been built up. Has it been over a short time? Has something changed recently?
The first stories of the beast's crimes occurred 20 years ago.
And you're just now convicting him?
We've just now caught him.
How big is this monster?
He is quite large.
And you just now caught him?
Yes.
How was he captured?
He had broken into the library at the university. They'll be able to give you more information there, but from what I understand, he was found the next morning just sitting there stunned, not putting up a fight. He did not resist arrest.
He failed a will save?
He just sat there.
Can golems speak?
I don't know if they can or not, honestly.
Can this one speak? I think golems can recite a specific phrase that they've been instructed to, like, you are not allowed to enter or something like that.
A flesh golem cannot speak, although it can emit a hoarse roar of sorts.
Does it have a name?
We do not know if it has a name or not. It's just been referred to as the Beast of Lepidstadt.
I think we should call him Horus.
I was going to call him Bowl.
Bowl?
Beast of Lepidstadt.
Well, that could be his name, Horus Bowl.
Horace Bull it is.
We've named him. I think naming this golem will be very integral to his defense.
Name it and claim it.
This humanizes him.
I believe
Very
you.
good point.
You might need to submit his official name to...
A judge?
Well, I was going to say a registrar somewhere, but...
You mean like a judge?
Our judges registrars? I don't know how that works. Let's really get bogged down with actual legality.
Yeah.
It's like the Star Wars prequels.
In this fantasy.
Yeah, because we've
city.
covered all the other realms of nerdiness in this
Yeah.
episode, so I really think we should get down
do
with
it.
legalities.
We could do it.
Go see the county clerk and...
I had to transfer a title on my car like a month ago, and it was hell on earth. Like I'm just having horrible flashbacks of going to the different offices.
Yeah. That'll be $15 here and $100 at the
And then
next one.
$300 at this one.
What?
No, this is the wrong form. You need it at 1239C.
Oh, I'm sorry. You need to go in that office that's 3 doors down and 3 floors up.
Second, I'm sorry, we're closing early today. Yeah, I know it says 5 o'clock, but
But you know,
Oh, this form is the old form. We need the updated one.
what are the ones in the office? You know, those 382s or whatever.
oh man. So sorry. That just spurred a whole bunch of
Yeah,
awful
it did.
flashbacks.
Apparently.
Post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, we all have PTSD from dealing with municipal government.
Yeah. So, anyway, do y'all have any more questions for Judge Daramid?
So, the trial process in this city doesn't require answers from the accused?
that is what the barrister is for.
When does the trial begin? How much time do we have to prepare?
The trial has already begun.
Oh dear.
But we are still in the early stages of the trial, so you don't have a lot of time, but anything you can do to assist the barrister will greatly help him. Poor man can barely get a sentence out without stuttering.
I assume Horace is being kept in a jail cell somewhere?
Yes, he is staying at the jail in the courthouse.
Okay. Will we be able to visit him?
Yes, I believe you will be able to. You will need to go to the court clerks and register as voluntary barristers, and then go speak to Gustav and let him know that you are there to help with the case. I'm sure he will welcome you with open arms.
Is Gustav like a public defender?
Yes. He tries, but...
He tries.
He tries trials?
Yes.
I am so excited for 3 weeks of law jokes. I can't even express it. I'm going to go watch Legally Blonde after this.
With my criminal justice background, this is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Vivian's got to buy a suit for court.
And we'll see you next week.
You heard it, folks. We'll see you next week.
So excited to go shopping.
Pinstripes.